Hey guys, I'm Ray.
And I'm Haley.
And today we're going to teach you how to cook a twice-baked potato, is what it's called. And this is because a lot of times you have leftovers that you want to be able to reuse the leftovers, but they taste really bad. And today I'm going to teach Haley how to cook a twice-baked stuffed potato. Okay, so Haley is really good at cooking macaroni and cheese. That's all she knows how to cook. She's really good at cooking macaroni and cheese. And when I say macaroni and cheese, I mean when it comes in the little blue box, and it's really easy because all you have to do is boil water and cook up the macaroni and dump in the powder, which isn't really cheese. It just looks like cheese when it's all said and done. So I'm going to try and convince her that she can, in the same amount of time, take leftovers, which she really hates to eat, and turn them into actual food, which she doesn't believe. So hang with us. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to look to see what we got in the fridge first to see what we can cook. Ah, perfect. So we have a leftover potato. We got some cheese and some sour cream. And what else? What else? Oh, butter. So we've got all that kind of stuff. And I know most people usually go straight to the microwave and they try and heat up the potato in the microwave and it becomes nice and soggy. You want to touch it? Touch it. Touch it. Say something.
No.
No?
No.
You're afraid to say?
I have a potato phobia.
I know people who have that. That's an issue. That's a real thing. I mean...
Sorry if I offended anyone. If you have a real potato phobia,
Now, the most important thing with cooking is knives. Do you like knives? Okay, cut the potato in half.
Okay.
Not that way!
Not
I'm just
that
kidding.
Oh, okay.
There we go. We want to do it lengthwise. And I'm going to get a bowl while you're cutting that in half. Okay, so you've got the potato cut. There's the bowl. I'm going to get you a spoon. Spoon! What I want you to do is I want you to spoon out potato into the bowl. Okay? In the meantime, I'm going to start heating up a frying pan. I'm going to put it on the stove and heat it. I don't want it too hot, but I'm going to do it about a medium heat.
I think I'm failing at this.
No, you're doing great. The only thing you don't want to do is you don't want to go in so deep that you actually put the spoon through the skin, because you want to kind of keep the skin. But if you do that, what you do is you take it. Doo-doo. What am I, 5?
You should. I'm sorry.
And I got a pan here that we're going to put the shell in. Anyway, what I was going to say is if you accidentally put the spoon all the way through, what you do is you get some tape and you tape up the potato.
Like Scotch tape?
You really don't.
Okay.
But for a second there, you were buying it. Haley's like, are you sure you want to do that? All right, while you're doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt some butter. Butter is good. I don't use margarine. You know why I don't use margarine?
Because it sounds gross.
Because I know. Yeah, it's kind of gross. It's just like solid oil and you know, I just don't. So I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons of butter. It's not an exact science, but so I'm going to heat up the butter in the pan. All right, so we have all the potato in the bowl now, and we're going to put in some extra butter. Why are we doing extra butter? Because the first butter that I've got in here is going to be for some mushrooms. I got some mushrooms here I'm going to cook up. If you don't like mushrooms, don't put them in your potato. Really what we're doing here is just putting anything in the potato that you kind of like and that you would normally like to have if you went out for dinner. And
so if you don't like something, obviously don't put it in.
Now, we are kind of
any point in making it.
We are kind of overlooking the fact that Haley told me earlier she doesn't actually like potatoes. But tough, that's what we're cooking.
Twice baked potatoes are a
So
lot
I'm going to
better
throw
than
some mushrooms in there. Show them the hacks. We're going to take a clean fork. We like to use clean utensils.
And mash it.
And mash it. But we're also going to throw some...
Get your anger out.
Some butter in there. And if you...
This could be like a double therapy session.
A double therapy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like food therapy and then also how to get your anger out.
We're going to throw some butter right into the potatoes. And you can mash that in with the potatoes. And then if you like sour cream in your potato, we'll throw some of that in later. And both sides really always want to have butter. You always want to have butter. Butter is a good thing. We like butter.
Make sure the butter is at room temperature. Because if it's not, it's really hard to thaw. Hint, hint.
That's your point. It doesn't need to be really well mashed, because what happens is, and actually the whole thing about the butter being room temperature, what's really cool is we're going to end up putting all of this into the frying pan, and so the butter is going to melt anyway. So you don't really need to worry about it being room temperature. Because the whole point of this is you don't need to really plan this that far in advance, because most kids, they think, I want to eat, and I want to eat something now, and they go to the fridge and they open it up and they look at all the leftovers and they hate them. They just look at them and hate them. Okay, so now that we have the mushrooms cooked, what we're going to do, stand back.
Don't bite
This is
yourself,
hot.
kids.
This is hot.
It's hot.
Hot. We're just pour that all in there.
Stop and roll.
Stop, drop, and roll. I don't think that applies. Does it apply?
I used to think that was if anything was on fire. Like anything near you.
She really did.
Like if,
She really did.
if that chair over there was on fire, you stop, drop, and roll out of the building. Yeah, makes total sense.
There were a few fire drills at school where it went hopelessly wrong there. Okay, so why don't we throw some, you want some sour cream? You like sour cream on your potato? Okay. So we'll throw some sour cream in there.
If you can get it open.
Madly not.
Men.
You didn't have to laugh so hard. That actually wasn't part of the jokes. Huh.
Funny how that works, just like...
Just however much you would normally put in your potato. And cheese. You always have to have cheese. You know why you have to have cheese?
Cheese is good.
Because cheese is good. If I had bacon, I would throw bacon in sometimes. Actually, that's not true. There's no such thing as leftover bacon. It's physically impossible, I think. So, okay. So all she's just going to do is just mix it up a little bit, and then she's going to throw it back in the frying pan. Just dumps it all in there. Ooh. We're going to stir this. Okay, so I'm stirring. La 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 la. Now, here is our favorite trick. We're going to take our potato skins now. The potato skins are so cold, right? So we're going to kind of load them up here. That way the potato skin itself will get a little bit heated up. And then we'll cook. Put a lid on top. That'll help everything heat up inside. That's done. So we're going to take them and put them in a pan. We're going to take our potato, our stuffing. Mixture. What's really cool is, done right, you've kind of created a little bit of a crunch to it. But then, remember how I said you can't do this without cheese? There's never enough cheese in this world. There's really a shortage of cheese, in fact. So
I don't think that's true.
we're going to put some cheese right on top.
Shortage of cheese. I don't think the cheese factories ever stopped making cheese.
Toaster oven here. Turn it on broil. Key is to do it on broil here. And then so you put it in there. It's going to melt the cheese up. And then we'll have our stuffed baked potatoes. Alright, looks good. Now, we're going to take it out of the oven. We're going to turn off the oven. We're going to make sure all the stove is off so we don't burn down the house. And then, really shouldn't put a hot thing on. Okay, so one for you, one for me. Okay, so now we're going to try it. What do you think?
I eat like such a lady. It's actually really good.
Is it better than mac and cheese? Took about the same amount of time, right? Try it.
So that's all we have for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave in the comments below what you think my dad should do next.
Preferably
Maybe
cooking wise.
Jump off a cliff!
I won't do some of the things he put in there. You never know. Depends on how many thumbs up I get. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel.
And we're going to film another video on my channel, so please go check that out. It'll be the first link in the description. And have a great day and make potatoes.
And we're going to talk today, and we're gonna be boring, and we're gonna start again. Hey, hi. Hello, kids.
I'm a little teapot short and stuff. I'm gonna laugh at my jokes. You should actually laugh instead of laughing like an actor. Because I'm funny.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're funny.
Shut up and die.
Hi,
Die, die.
You know, the important thing, what we don't want to do is we don't have cats while we're cooking. I'm sorry.
Don't cook
Any
cats.
of you. No, we do not cook cats.